This is really pushing our limits, and we're about to do something that no one has ever done before. From diving the shark-infested waters of the Gambier to sharing meals with tribesmen in the jungles of Central America, each stop on our journey has left us in awe. But now, we're sailing to an island atoll so isolated, its name literally means really far from anywhere. And here's the kicker. No YouTube sailing channel has ever filmed here before. With only a handful of visitors each year, the question isn't just can we get there, it's should we? Will we be welcomed, or could this be the biggest mistake of our lives? We have waved goodbye to French Polynesia and we are sailing to the Cook Islands. So we lifted anchor last night and came out of the pass just right before sunset.
This might be the sketchiest pass in the whole of French Polynesia. And it's our last one and we're doing it at sunset.
Of course, because we like a challenge.
Kind of at the wrong time because it's sunset, because it's about 30 minutes till high tide, so it's still trying to get out. Although I hope it's dying down. We'll find out.
Yes, our technique on this one is just going to be go as fast as you can. At least it is a short passage, so we won't be scared for too long. We just have to keep the boat speed higher than the current going out the pass so that we have some control of our rudders through the very narrow gap between big cliff reef walls. It'll be great. Love it. Can't wait. So these are the bummies that we skirted around on our way in. We're taking a slightly different route out, which some would say is foolish. We're ramping up pace now and we're coming into the narrow bit of the pass where we've got those two markers to go between. And we're pretty much at the point of no return now. We're just going to get spat out. So here we go. We're over the sketchy shallow bit. That's good.
All right, here we go. We are howling through this pass.
8.2. Whee!
8.7.
Wow.
8.8.
We're leaving with a flourish.
That's it. Thank you, French Polynesia. You've been lovely.
Oh,
we don't want
goodness.
to leave this fast, but you're making us. You can practically see the wrecks under the boat right now.
The water is so clear.
Woo, there's some turbulence. This is so weird.
Nice job.
It's like twisting us around in the turbulence, in the swell.
Yeah. And we did it! We're free!
That's it, we have officially left French Polynesia. We are outside of their waters, officially and now unofficially, because we may have overstayed a little bit longer than we expected in those atolls, but it was absolutely incredible, and we are so grateful for the last 2 years that we have spent there.
Yeah, I think I counted up something like 750 days or something, maybe slightly more because we had a few more, but yeah, that's quite a lot of days.
Yeah, on paper, just 2 years. Anyway, quite a long time spent there. We've seen just about everything. Actually, we were calculating up, we reckoned we visited, is it 30?
No, I think we got to 29
So close.
islands and atolls, which is like 80% of most of French Polynesia. Like we saw most of it.
We saw most of a country that takes up the size of Europe.
Yeah.
And now it is time for something completely different. Well, I don't know if it is completely different, but something completely new. We've never, ever been to where we're going. I'm not even sure we could imagine we were going to go to where we're going.
No,
And
but
being
I'm
us,
so excited.
Yeah, well, being us, we are, of course, not following the herd, not going the way everyone else goes, and instead we're going to add around 1,500 miles to our journey across the rest of the Pacific.
So although we are ultimately heading west across the Pacific, we are already taking a detour for this first leg of the journey. All of this week we have been undecided as to where we should sail. We have been chatting with our patrons and getting so much input from everybody, which has been absolutely brilliant. And in fact, all of our patrons are entirely unanimous on where we should go. So we're heading north. We are going to the far north, the most remote atoll in all of the Cook Islands. It is called Tongareva. It is also called a whole bunch of other names, which basically all translate to that island that's really far away. So we don't totally know what to expect. It is 3 or 4 days this way. We have got pretty fast sail wind is on our beam, which is what Indy loves the most, and thankfully at the moment it is not too rolly. I think some swell is going to pick up later on tomorrow or the next day, but we're just hightailing it as quick as we can away from the big squall in the south that is pushing these waves up towards us. And yeah, we're flying along.
It is a pretty breezy sail if you can't hear the clatters and bangs of everything on Indioko as we're hammering along. Let me just tell you, we are pretty much getting an average speed of about 8.5 knots, which is fantastic given we're only seeing about 17 to 18 knots of breeze. However, I thought it would be worth sharing some of our tactics. The idea is we've got just over 500 miles to travel, kind of north-northwest to get ourselves up to Tongareba. The swell is coming pretty much dead on from the east, which means it's side on to the boat. We're rolling up over the waves and back down again whilst trying to make forward progress. So the plan we have is we're actually not going to go as the crow flies. We're not going to aim straight for Tongareba. Instead, we're going to bear off and try and be into the waves. So instead of going side on over the waves, we'll kind of go nose on over the waves, making a bit of a weird little gyro effect. And that will mean that we can get ourselves further out and then turn and have an easier run coming back in. It adds a couple of miles, a couple hundred miles to the journey, but I think in the long run it's going to pay off, because it means if this is like a 3-day passage, it means by like day 1.5, day 2, we can turn to go with the waves a little bit more and then open up the sails and everything just gets a bit more relaxed. Until then, we are going to have to beat our way hammering along. I have seen 11.5 knots already and it wasn't surfing down a wave. So we are very finely tuned for the conditions, which is exciting. Let's just call it that.
Well, it's 2 a.m, so we should have known that something was about to go wrong, because when something goes wrong, it's always 2 a.m. We had a bit of a squall earlier, and then all the wind completely died. So we've been motor sailing for about an hour now. We're only seeing like 7 or 8 knots of breeze across the deck. And I was just sitting down here in the cockpit and heard a loud bang. Now, the last time I heard a noise like that was on our Pacific crossing, and our topping lift had snapped. Unfortunately, it was moments after our steering cable had snapped, so a slightly traumatic sound. But I popped up to have a look. It took me a second to work out what had happened, but our reefing line had snapped, chafed through, and disappeared inside the boom. So we had a couple of options. We could either try and retrieve it and tie it back on, but in the dark, underway, a little bit tricky. What we did in the end was grabbed a spare line from here and just tied the first reefing point to the boom. So we won't be able to fly the full main for the rest of this journey unless we go back up and untie that line, but that's unlikely anyway, so that seemed the best option. If we weren't able to do that, we would have just dropped the main to the second reefing position and just flown with a smaller mainsail. But thankfully, Ian has good enough balance that he could be clipped in, balancing on top of the hardtop, and tied the line in. We had to drop the mainsail a little bit to give him enough slack that he could actually reach the reefing eye and tie it in. But everything is now back up to normal. There's just enough wind that we can sail, so the engines are turned off again, and I'm just going to keep an eye on that and make sure that it doesn't loosen itself or chafe through or whatever. Yeah, it's not quite as tied down as we would have normally had our reefing point, but for in the dark underway when you're, short on sleep, then I'm going to call it a win. Well, this is day 2. I was feeling really quite smug because I thought I had got into a sleep routine quite early on, and now that is coming back to bite me. I'm feeling so seasick today. The waves have maybe picked up a little bit, so it is quite rolly. And I don't know, I feel so tired, but I just can't sleep. Thankfully, Ian has been a total rock star and has just pulled a double shift so that I could try and get as much rest as possible. I've topped up on Dramamine. I've tried to eat something because I probably didn't eat enough yesterday, but yeah, not loving it this morning. Anyway, the sailing, if you ignore me, is going quite well, I think. Ian, do you want to tell what I've lost my words. Sailing, tell us things.
I mean, I've been having quite a lot of fun just trimming everything up, so Indy's moving quite quick.
It feels it, it sounds it, the waves are really noisy.
Very noisy, yeah, apologies for that. If it's too windy or you're just hearing lots of white noise, it's just the sound of the wake ripping off the back of the boat. I have got some stats for you. Top speed through water or top speed over ground?
Oh, you're looking far too happy about this. I don't know if I want to know either. Top speed over ground?
Top speed over ground was 11.8. And you would be thinking that was surfing or cheating somehow, but our top speed through the water was 10.1.
Oh, wow. I think I saw 10.3 over ground as my highest yesterday.
So it's
That's
not bad.
incredible. Do you want to come and take the camera? Because I feel quite far away from you.
Sorry. Yeah, so we're easily doing like 150 mile days, I reckon. And yeah, averaging, I think, right now, including us leaving the anchorage and getting out the pass, I think our average speed has been about 6.8 knots, which is not bad, given that we had that really quiet patch last night. It was last night, wasn't it? Yeah, last night. So before midnight, it really slowed down to like 4 knots, which was crawling. It was torture. But the wind came back and we started flying again, and the wave state, it has gotten up and it's got really rolly, then it settled for a while and then it kicks up again. So right now, it's pretty stable, I reckon, although it is quite tightly packed. So as you can see, the boat's rolling a lot. But yeah, we should be there in like, actually it's a tricky one. We need to decide when we want to get there.
Yeah, so ideally we were going to get there on Monday morning, which would be day 4. And now, because we're going so fast, we might get there on Sunday night. But I don't think we're going to get there early enough to get in the pass before sunset. So we might have to try and slow down a little bit.
If we like really gun it, we can get there.
I like the 2 approaches. So maybe we should slow down a bit. No, let's go faster.
I mean, if we really gun it, we could technically get there by like 3 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome if we did.
I think if we're still going pretty fast but not gunning it, we might get there by like 9:30 p.m.
I think that's the most likely.
You want to do an entry into a new pass, into a new atoll, covered in bombies at 10 o'clock at night?
Oh, of course. Yeah, sounds nice and simple. And I am like on my A game right now.
It's good to set yourself targets.
We love a goal.
Have ambition. Stretch your comfort zone.
I just want to sleep. The sun is just heading towards the horizon and we have just had our excitement for the afternoon. I heard this really weird noise that I've never heard before on Indioko. It was like the wind suddenly went whoosh, 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 whoosh. And I was looking all around. It took me a second to work out. It was the new fishing rod and we had a bite. No idea what it was though, because unfortunately all of the line went spooling out, and as soon as it got to the end, it just clicked and the whole line has gone. So maybe we did catch our mako shark. By the time I got up here to look, the whole thing had gone. So that's a lure lost, and I guess we'll be back to our trusty handrails. We'll see if we catch anything tomorrow.
Well, good morning. We have been hammering along. We're actually probably going a bit too fast, actually. We're talking game plan. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to deviate and head to the east side of the atoll so that we're not going straight to our target, just to chew up some miles, and then we'll downwind it to arrive, hopefully, for sunrise. We're kind of treating this a lot like a Tuamotu back in French Polynesia, where if we arrive at sunrise, then we can see what's going on, we can enter the pass easily and work our way around any coral heads and things till we get anchored, and whoa, and then we have to do like a check-in process and all that stuff again. We haven't done that in a while. The other thing to tell you is India's been doing really, really well this passage. I think I looked up, our average speed is under sail has been about 7 knots for the entire passage. So we're doing like 165 mile days, something like that. which is pretty good, given we've got a reef in the main, and right now a reef in the Genoa as well. So we're quite happy about it. But with every passage comes some price. It's the most expensive way to travel for free, and in this occasion we have a bit of an odd one, which is this bolt just appeared on top of the fiberglass up here on top of the solar panels, and Brownie spotted it, and it took us a while to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure this is the head of the bolt that goes into one of the cars that holds the mainsail to the mast. The way it works is these little pieces that run up and down a track, and the sail is attached to those by a bolt, like a pin going through it, and it looks like it's actually managed to shear in quite an exciting way. What's odd is the rest of this pin, I think, is still inside the track, inside the car, because the mainsail hasn't peeled away off the mast yet, as far as we can see. So long as it manages to hold on all the way there, we can try and replace this with something. I'm not quite sure what we have that's the right size, but we'll have a look around and hopefully find a replacement bolt to act as a pin. Scary stuff when that sort of thing happens, especially when you're not sure where it's coming from, but thankfully it didn't take us long to work that one out.
And now comes the moment we have all been waiting for. We have been bashing into these waves, these ginormous waves, all day. But now, just as the sun is heading towards the horizon, before we lose the light, we are going to drop the mainsail and turn downwind. It is going to be absolutely blissful, and I just can't wait. And as promised, that is instantly so much nicer and so much calmer.
So much more boring.
Yay! We like boring. We don't like waves literally crashing over the top of the hardtop. I was in the bathroom earlier and the hatch in that head leaks so much, I didn't realise, that when a wave came over the top, it was basically like just being in the shower. I just had a wave completely douse me.
You realise that we barely dipped below 8 knots for the last 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
You can see, like, this chart is hilarious. So this shows our speed 8 hours ago, and then I think I came on watch, and that is basically been up between 8 and 9 knots.
Yeah, right.
And then we turned around to put the mainsail down, and now we're going at 6.
Which I'm fine with, because our ETA is still like 4 a.m, so we're still needing to kill some time before sunrise.
Can I sleep the entire way now?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah?
You did the day shift, I will do the whole night. I'll take us through the pass, I'll get us anchored, it'll be a delight.
So do all the officialdom stuff so we don't have to do bureaucracy?
I always do that anyway, but maybe you should do that this time. This is gonna go great. Good morning!
Morning! So we were just about to put the sails away and head for the pass, and both fishing lines went at the same time. So that usually means mahi-mahi, but this one is pulling hard, so I'm not too sure. I want to move quite quickly because the other one is going to be closer to the boat. It's on a shorter line, but this one's putting up a proper fight. So we had 2 tuna on the line. We have caught an absolute monster of a fish, but
the second one, we were just about to pull it on the boat and it slipped the hook. It was such a fight. I mean, I was starting to think we should maybe let the second one go because this tuna is absolutely massive. So I sort of don't feel too bad about that, but all 3 of our lines have got tangled. So this is going to be a really fun problem to sort out. Like, this is 2 lines wrapped around each other. I don't know which hook he was caught on, this side or that side, but we almost landed it, but yeah, we're back in the land of fishing.
Back in the land of fishing, a massive yellowfin tuna.
He's absolutely huge.
And I suppose the good news is the second tuna did spit the hook, so we have all the lures and hooks on board, and hopefully, because he was putting up a good fight, I hope that tuna's okay and we'll live a happy life. Certainly a massive fish. But we have more than enough to feed ourselves and the anchorage now, which is great.
All right, so we need to get the sails down, we need to go through the pass, we need to clean up the fish.
All the good things.
Just an easy morning. What time is it? 6 a.m?
6:30, yeah.
Whew.
Good start to the day.
I am so excited. We're just about to go through the pass, and this is it. Brand new country, baby. Welcome to the Cook Islands.
I seen a Cook Island. I seen another Cook Island.
They all look so lovely.
They're really cool. I cannot wait to explore this part of the world.
Like, we haven't been to a new country for just over 2 years. That's absolutely wild.
Too long. Bear in mind, prior to French Polynesia, we were traveling roughly maximum 3 months in any one country, pretty much.
We only did 3 days in Aruba.
That's true, 3 days in Aruba.
So yeah, we need to pick up our pace.
I guess we have to clock up some extra countries. Yeah. So this is us back in what's it called? Like, normality has been resumed. The improbability drive is in full swing. Who knows what's going to happen?
Don't swing. We need to go straight through the pass.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I should pay attention.
So that is the anchor down. Here we are in Tongareva, the first atoll in the Cook Islands. So now we need to wait for the customs and immigrations officials to come and visit us here. We're not allowed to go to shore until we've cleared in, and they come to the boat to do that. I feel like we need to tidy up a little bit before they come.
It's a bit passage bomb sitey, isn't it?
It's a little bit passage bomb sitey. A lot of things that started out on the starboard side of our boat are now broken, and on the port side it is things have been flying everywhere in that swell. But yes, our Q flag is up. Our Cook's flag is not quite ready because I was going to finish it on passage and there was no way that was happening. So I'm slightly embarrassed in case they ask to see our flag because I've done such a terrible job of it. It looks really horrendous. I'm just hoping it's high enough up the mast when it's finished that no one can really see it. Well, I think they're the most friendliest customs officers we've ever met.
That was fantastic. So yeah, they jumped on board. We tied them off to the side. They were like, oh, just put us off the back. So then they climbed on board. And then we got like a full-on like welcome. This is what's happening in the village. There's a gathering happening later today. If you want to come along, if you want to go to church, this is what we do on Sundays. Try to take it easy. Oh, we do some fishing out the pass, by the way. It's really good. We were just hearing that we caught, was it 3 huge yellowfin?
Yeah, 3.
We were in a bit of competition there, I won't lie.
Yeah, we tried to give them some tuna as like a welcome gift. Thank you for letting us into your country. And he was like, it's fine. You only caught 1? Yeah, we got 3 at the weekend, so don't bother.
He literally was saying, I'm sorry, our freezer and fridge are full, which we have been able to say before, just, you know, so you know, we have, honest, yeah. But no, they got 3 full-size tuna, stuffed their freezer to the brim. They said they're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So later today, we need to go back in because they have taken our passports.
Yeah, it's always slightly nerve-wracking when someone takes your passports away. We didn't have the right change, so they've taken more of our money than we needed to pay. But yeah, we're going to head in later, get our passports stamped and pick them back up again, get the paperwork, get the rest of our money back. And then, yeah, they've invited us to this little church service or something.
I don't really know what the deal is, but yeah, they said some kind of celebration thing. So
yeah,
it might be fun to go along and find out.
So this is my kind of country. We are now on the main road of this village, which is basically just smushed up coral. It has just rained a little bit, so it's now just turned to mud, and the only traffic we've seen so far has been 3 motorbikes and 2 chickens. We just met our buddy from yesterday on the road, and he told us that actually the police station might be closed because next week there is a big festival in the Cook Islands, but they don't really celebrate it here. So everybody goes down to Rarotonga, the capital, and we saw a ferry leaving this morning to go over to the other side of the atoll here where there's like nothing, and we wondered what was going on. And he said that everybody's gone over there to pick coconuts so that they can then fly to Rarotonga with the coconuts for the festival. So the police, I think, have gone with them to pick coconuts. So we're going to find out if we can get our passports or not.
See if anyone's in the office, or the police might just shut down for the day. Yeah, it looks like the police have basically shut up shop for the day, which is kind of nice when you think about it. They can just disappear off and leave nobody in charge. However, there is the big boss of the island, a guy called Puna, who we've been emailing in advance, and he's super helpful. And we're just going to go and see if we can find him and see if he has any tips. Maybe we can get our passports back.
Thankfully, Puna came to the rescue. He managed to find Andrew, who came out to the boat yesterday, and he had a key. So yes, while all the police officers have left to go and
harvest
that's the word, coconuts. Eventually they did find someone, and we've got our passports back. So our time is our own again. We can explore.
We can go exploring. I mean, it sounds like this entire village are about to jump on a flight and disappear for 2 weeks. So I guess we have the whole atoll to ourselves for a bit.
That's quite cool, isn't it? Arrive in a country and they're like, yeah, look after it for us while we're gone.
I think this is going to be really fun to explore.
I'm so excited to get to know this place. We've been here for less than 24 hours and already it's just, yeah, it's so interesting and so much fun. We also found out from the customs guys who checked us in,
Andrew.
Yes, we've learned his name now, that we are the first YouTube channel to ever come here to Tongareva.
Apparently so.
Yeah, I guess nobody, unless they've literally been here and visited, has ever really seen this place, which is just absolutely wild to think. So
Crazy.
we will do our absolute best to film it and show you what it's like.
So far, everybody has said hello, been friendly, checked where we're heading, making sure we aren't lost. It bodes well, really, really well. So stick around, we will try and show as much of this incredible atoll as we possibly can.
Welcome to the Cook Islands!
Okay, we might get kicked out of this island before too long.
And just before we finish, we wanted to tell you about something really cool. If you've been watching our journey and you're thinking about getting out on the water, we completely want to encourage you to do that because, to be honest, it can bring you to places like this. I know a lot of you who watch our channel are thinking about buying a boat. You're actively looking to get out there and get cruising. And there's an incredible opportunity available right now. Our friends Raf and Sascha over on the channel Spirit Animal, they are giving away their sailboat. They have a 50-foot Beneteau. They've been living on it for the last 2 years, doing it up. It is a stunning boat. It is currently in the Caribbean, in Grenada, and they are literally giving it away to one of you to go out, get out there and start sailing. So they've just bought a hurricane-damaged catamaran. They've got a huge amount of work stacked up for them in that, and they just wanted to pay it forward and help somebody else's dream come alive. So if you're interested, you might want to pause this video, scan in the QR code on your phone. Otherwise, you can go down, find the link in the description. That will tell you everything you need to know. Entries start at just $25, and then you are in with a chance of winning an entire sailboat. What is not to love about that? So good luck to everybody. It ends on July 31st, so there is not long to go, and maybe we'll see you out there if you win.